Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ricky. Check nine. 150. Hey, you block over here. Check three.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards.
First down, Packers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. To hold on to that one, it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
150. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
319.
On 1st down, Billingsley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
319.
On 2nd down now, Billingsley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 30. Back one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 52. Jump out.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Any day. 58, come on. 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Norton. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26. Inside. Hey, echo.
Rodgers now. Going to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Inside. 45 tonight. 45 tonight. Stay with your man. Check 4. Check 4. Get right. Get right. Check 45 tonight. Check.
Rodgers again now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Foles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Check. Crunch. Crew draw quarters. Let's go. Great.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. It's caught. This is White. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Foles. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run. This is White. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike, 45. He don't know no better. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Billingsley. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Kingsley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. And Daniels has it, left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Billingsley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw once more on second and 10. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Tight dog. Watch the safety. Under.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. It's complete. James White. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
You got him.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Quit talking about it.
They're going to look to throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
A gain of 10 yards. Let's go. First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Alert 3. Watch the edge.
Hey, silent one.
42. It's
80 weapons. Yeah, go, let's go. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again on second down. Foles to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
39-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And it's third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Check 25. Switch.
On second down, Billingsley. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Billingsley. And down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Back one.
45. Mike.
Go.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Coming to you.
To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Foles. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Yo. Hey, Team 6. Team 6. We ain't giving up nothing today. Bang, 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 bang. 49.
Hey, goal. Down, down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Goes underneath here to White.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Quick pass out to Miller. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling it?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First down, here's White. White's got a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Check.
Hey, 88.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Right there.
2nd and 6. At their 48-yard
Check safety.
On 2nd down now, Billingsley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
26.
58.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll let this go for the end. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, exit. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, watch that.
Foles. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Packers.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
58, boy, 58, 58.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to let it. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go, great. 12.
Hey, Alpha.
Where'd he go?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
But you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
45. My side. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, Mike.
Check Mike 45.
Jump out. We go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Billingsley. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
I know you feel that.
Brings up 3rd down.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hey, 88.
Go.
Rodgers to throw.
It's just me and you.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Yeah, 300.
Five. You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Watkins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball!
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Chance.
They'll run on 1st down. White trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Say it.
13. Receiver. Easy. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Foles. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Play. 57's the mic.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check.